Welcome to InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Ross Sutherland.
We're talking about family building blocks today. This is an organization that has been around for 21 years, and it's hard to believe it started in a church basement, helping families in crisis or need, and has grown to be the organization it is with 6 locations, and it wouldn't be here if it weren't for the vision of 2 community leaders. Would you please welcome in studio with us Stephanie and Debbie? They're going to tell us all about family building blocks, what it is, and more important, how you can be a volunteer.
Could you tell us about the 2 community leaders that started the organization?
Sue Miller and Dick Withnell and some of their friends saw a need for supporting families who have young children under 5, especially when they have a high stress in their life. It could be single parent.
Parenting's hard enough as it is.
I mean,
any
let
parenting
alone
is hard.
when-
Yeah,
let
I mean,
alone
there's
when
just a
you're
lot
in
of different
crisis. Right.
stresses that can come with parenting, and when it's at a little bit of a higher stress, then parenting can get even more difficult. You know, so we we're part of the Oregon Association of Relief Nurseries. So there's 25 relief nurseries in Oregon, and we're one of them. And that started in Eugene. So we used that model and started a relief nursery here.
And that's just a place where parents can bring children and get a bit of a break if they, isn't it?
So it's all voluntary, and they sign up, and their children, if they're in the therapeutic classroom, the children come twice a week, and for 3 hours they get breakfast and they get lunch. And it's a chance for parents to have some respite, and also for their children to be able to just be themselves, like to be able to explore. They're not, maybe the stress at home goes away. They're at school and they can explore, and the teachers are very, so it's called a therapeutic classroom. They're very invested in the interaction and the child-led play and things like that to help them.
I wonder what you do with parents to help them with their parenting skills. You work with the parents.
Question. I teach parenting classes, which we have about, I think 3 different curriculums that we offer, and it's amazing to be able to offer this information for parents that say, I just want to know more. And and usually it's about 8 weeks, and it's just amazing to see the growth in
Do you visit them in their homes?
We also have home visiting programs. We do an outreach program, and then we also do it's called Healthy Families, and Early Head Start. And so, we have home visitors that go into the home, and so the parents don't have to go anywhere or do anything, special to be, in the program. They just have their home visitor come and talk about lots of different parts about parenting, about child development, finding resources, maybe, needing housing. We support them in that and help them navigate to just reduce the stress.
And with the home visiting, it's really just helping the parents and the children have that strong, healthy bond, and just being there and watching them delight in each other. And that's what it is.
Excuse me, I was going to say, and you think that just because people have children that they somehow naturally know how to engage with them. But it's
in our home visiting and in the parenting classes reflect research-based information. So things we know now, that may not have been, it was what was used back then. It's maybe even stronger to do it this way now, and then parents have the opportunity to make their choices, but we have more to offer, information.
Well, and there's also a lot of research on brain development and what children need at certain ages.
Right.
Before the child's 3 years of age, 80% of the brain is being developed, and just talking about how that's the most important time of the child's life, and making sure that your interaction with your child is important, because that's where they're going to learn all of that nurturing and caring. And
You are your child's first teacher.
Yeah.
Volunteering, you obviously couldn't do what you do if it weren't for a massive volunteer base. Am I right?
No, we couldn't do it without volunteers. We couldn't. Our therapeutic classrooms, so each classroom has 2 teachers, but we also like to have 2 volunteers in the classroom with the teachers that each classroom has up to 8 children, I want to say. Is that about
Depending on
right?
the ages.
It's depending on the ages. And so we really like that one-on-one interaction. So we want the child to be able to have somebody to talk to them if they want somebody to read to them the whole time. Because if parents are stressed out, you know, sometimes that doesn't happen. Like, we are dealing with things at home. And so when the children come to the classroom, this is their time. It's all about them. So whatever they want to do, we do with them. If they want to play with blocks, we play blocks. If they want to play in the sandbox, we follow them to the sandbox 5 minutes later. It's all about what the child wants to do.
Some volunteers actually went on camera to talk about their experiences.
Yeah.
And why don't we take a look at what they think about family building blocks volunteering? Let's take a look.
I think something I'd want people to know about the therapeutic classrooms at Family Building Blocks is that you learn so many skills. You're not just playing with the children. The teachers teach you techniques and practices that you can use right then and there with the children, and you can implement those into your life, be that with, I have 5 nephews, and so I find myself using the same practices that I'm taught in the classroom with them, teaching, showing them what they're doing, helping them with their language skills and with regulating their emotions. And I think those skills that you learn in the classroom, you take those away and you use those in every part of your life.
I also get to sit down and engage with the kids and play with them, and we've learned to narrate for them what they are doing, and that helps them, gives them words for their actions and for their feelings, and it's important work.
I feel like we're called to action, and it's a great way to get to play with kids and contribute to something that you believe in.
Boy, it's just like every time you go to a play group, you know, you get to experience, you know, the kids, and again, they're thriving, and you know, they're child-led, and so you know, it's all their idea of what they're playing with and what they're doing in the activities, and it's just amazing to watch them, you know, given that opportunity to make those decisions on their own.
Well, that's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Personally meaningful.
Yeah.
Your success rate, do you have a success rate for keeping children safe and families together, part of your motto?
Yeah.
99% of the children and families are
They stay out of foster care.
Stay out of foster care.
Say that again.
99%. Every year I hear this.
99%
Yeah.
of the families taking advantage
And
of
annually, I mean, we're serving,
Annually, I hear.
but
it
we're
every
serving
year.
about, what, 700 or more families a year.
That's great.
That's astonishing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this really works.
Yeah. I mean,
It does.
That's the
yeah.
idea.
It's all about relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, we have healthy relationships, and even just the home visitor and the parent, you know, having a good relationship, that can mean everything in how they decide to go and do what maybe they learned.
Give some sort of training for people, don't you?
Yes, so with our volunteers that work with the children in the classroom, we do monthly trainings. So we don't ask that you come knowing everything. We do trainings, and then we also invite our volunteers to our staff trainings. So what's the word?
Yeah.
Intertwined. You know, our volunteers know our staff know our volunteers. We want everybody to know each other.
For their learning alongside us.
Yeah.
At trainings.
And how do they get in touch with you?
Oh,
yeah. Oh, that's right. How do we
do we do it?
How do we volunteer?
There's 2 ways. You can either call me at Chelsea's Place, so you can Google that number and call me at Chelsea's Place and get you signed up for a tour. We like all of our volunteers to do a tour first, or you can go on our website, and there's a part that says give, and it says if you'd like to volunteer, put your information in, and it sends me an email.
Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us
Yeah,
today on
thank you for
InSight.
your work.
Yes.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on InSight today. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Ross Sutherland.
We'll see you next time.